Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this first part of the course dedicated to the Nexvala platform. In this course, in this first part, we will look at the first module, which is the module dedicated to non-conformity. Let's start, however, by making a preamble. What is Nexvala? Well, Nexvala is an industrial quality management platform, and as the slogan, Industrial Quality Unified, says, it encompasses the entire quality management process at 360 degrees. Unlike other software that might be fragmented and only manage certain parts, Nexvala aims to manage industrial quality at 360 degrees, therefore supplier quality and internal plant quality. It is a tool born from the experience in the field of our team, with an average experience of 15 years in the industrial sector, especially in the quality sector, and we know exactly what the needs are, right? Of quality managers, the needs of industrial quality, which is to go and ensure and track what are the main components of industrial corporate quality. How many times has it probably happened to you to have a non-conformity, perhaps one that already occurred in the past, and not be able immediately to gather information regarding what had happened at the time? Maybe people have changed jobs, people have retired, and therefore it became necessary to do a new analysis and start from scratch in the search for the root cause and the corrective actions. Sometimes it happens that we have problems regarding the validation of parts, so Nexvala also helps us with this, with the entire management of PPAP and incoming acceptance and what is product validation. So let's look at the platform. Let's take a tour of the platform. The platform is basically composed of three modules: the supplier quality management module, product and process validation, and quality engineering. The first module is the one that includes the part number database and the supplier database. Here we will see that there are indicators regarding the suppliers to help us understand their level of reliability. And the third chapter relates to the management of non-conformities. In this case, we have a close collaboration with the suppliers. Suppliers will actively log into the platform to manage non-conformities together with us. Everything we write on the platform will be tracked, will be stored in a database, and therefore easily retrievable in the future. And obviously our suppliers won't have to pay, because they will have a supplier account that ensures that they can only collaborate with us. So the entire part related to non-conformity will be managed online with tools effectively online within the platform. We as customers will be able to accept or reject the corrective actions, root cause analysis, and anything else the supplier provides us. The various steps of the 8th D will be unlocked one by one, and so we will proceed in a synergistic manner in order to manage non-conformity in the best possible way. The second module, which we will see next time in the next course, relates to product and process validation. What does that mean? In addition to what we have in the first module, we will also have PPAP management, so we will decide which PPAP level to request from our suppliers. We will be able to add or waive modules or documents in such a way as to secure our supplies, and we will have to accept the documents one by one and in fact reach interim approval or full approval for our suppliers. We will also have the quality repository, which is therefore a sort of document exchange between us and our suppliers, ranging from the communication of the summer closure, for example, which is a public document, to perhaps a debit note that can be sent to specific suppliers. So we will be able to, let's say, manage distribution lists. So we will be able to manage specific supplier distribution lists rather than creating lists, I don't know, German suppliers, Italian suppliers, depending on their geographical origin, and so we will be able to differentiate communications for the various suppliers. The third part is the part related to incoming inspection. We will be able to create on our drawings, on our part numbers, we will be able to create real actual acceptance control cycles, defining how often to check, which dimensions to check, and export PDFs to deliver to our incoming inspection department to go and check the parts. We will be able to add or remove checks, perform reinforced checks following non-conformities, and so on. The third module, which is the module, let's say, of quality engineering, right? Because it is the internal quality of our plant. Here we will have 360-degree management of our internal plant quality. So we will have the management of measuring instruments, where we will be able to manage measuring instruments with their calibrations, their calibration settings, calibration sheets. We will be able to manage gauge studies, R&R, and the entire part related to ensuring the operation and efficiency of our measuring instruments. This is a very important part for ISO purposes. We will be able to define our annual audit plan with questions already inside the database. We will still be able to add other questions ourselves. We will be able to map the entire facility in such a way as to carry out targeted audits only in certain parts, only in certain areas of the facility, so as to complete the audit plan during the year and audit the entire facility. We will be able to manage audit findings. So for each audit, we will have a clear responsibility for the corrective action, the root cause analysis, a clear responsibility for the application of the closure of this non-conformity, and we will be able to see in real time, as you can see here, we will be able to see which actions have been implemented, which have not been implemented, where we are behind schedule, and above all, who we need to turn to for the closure of the actions. We will also manage the control plan, which will have targeted controls depending on the phase we are in, the process stage. We will implement controls derived from the FMEA, which is therefore closely linked to the control plan, and manual controls that we will review and define from time to time. The part related to the process flow, where we could go to identify our process according to the part number we produce, therefore understanding what the cycle time is, what the controls are that we need to perform, since they will then be specified better in the control plan. We can go on to understand how many operators are needed and what the phases are. Very important, because connected to the phases there will be the discussion of the FMEA and the control plan. The FMEA, PFMEA, process FMEA, where we will go to define and describe the failure modes for each phase of our process. So it will all be exportable to PDF. It will all be easy, let's say, to fill out. And we also manage engineering changes and lessons learned with quality engineering. So we can track this, which is a very important thing, because it often happens that engineering makes changes. Maybe they even go into production and quality is informed at the last minute. In this way, we will have the knowledge, and we will have to validate the engineering change. So by going through the system, everything will be validated with clear responsibilities for who requested the engineering change, who applied it, and if it's not feasible, a reason why the engineering change is not applicable. So it will be, let's say, a record of all these procedures that will be. It is very interesting from a quality perspective to have a record of all these problems, in short. That said, another thing to mention about Nexvala is that it is a product that is easy to use. The pricing is very clear. We currently have pricing that is very aggressive because we are in the launch phase. For monthly pricing, we start at 199 euros plus VAT for the first 3 months, which then becomes 299 for the starter version. The starter version includes everything we will see during today's session, so supplier database, part number database, and non-conformity management with everything that entails. In the professional version, we add the part related to product and process validation. So in addition to the non-conformity part we will see today, we have everything we will cover in the next meeting. So PPAP and product validation, supplier performance, supplier KPI, where we can see the performance of our suppliers in real time, incoming inspection, and the part related to the quality repository, so the exchange of documents with suppliers. For the enterprise version, we have a starting price of 799 euros per month plus VAT, which includes everything we have in the professional version, plus all the tools for internal quality management, which are the ones we saw just a moment ago and that we listed just now. An offer to consider is the annual version. So with the annual offer, a payment is for 10 months instead of 12. So for 2,990 euros plus VAT, you can get the starter version, the professional for 3,990, and the enterprise for 7,990 euros plus VAT. Keep in mind, these are introductory prices. So these are prices that you might not find anymore soon, because these are prices related to the early adopter program. One thing to say is that if you sign up with this price will be yours for a lifetime, so you won't have any price changes in the future. This is to reward you for the trust you place in us as part of the early adopter program. That said, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that indeed it takes 10 minutes are needed to configure the system so we can absolutely log in, register, upload the first suppliers, upload the first part numbers, and open our first non-conformity in 10 minutes. This is also an advantage over our competitors who might require a setup call and additional setup costs. The pricing is clear. This is a monthly price, this is an annual price, and this is what you will pay from here on out, basically. Now, I would do one thing. I would go directly to see the process in general. So let's go and do a registration from scratch for a new user. Let's start with a free trial because we have the possibility of having a 15-day free trial where we will have the possibility to have access to all the features of the starter plan, therefore supplier database, part number database, non-conformity management. This is to get, let's say, familiar with the platform. So we have this 14-day free trial, after which we can decide without obligation to leave the platform, so we won't have any additional costs. Or we can decide to switch to one of the plans that are available on the platform. So during today's session, we will do a clean recording. We will see the population of everything that needs to be done at the beginning. So the population of the supplier database, the population of the part number database, the association of part numbers with suppliers, and the opening of a first non-conformity and the management of this non-conformity. So we will look completely at what will be the first and what is the first module, the starter module, in short.